So it has been quite a while since I've done a challenge build or challenge video. So that's what I want to do today because I love the tiny homes. I love the themed builds. They are my favorite, but I do want to be making more content more frequently, and I need a little bit of a break from the very large, crazy, intricate builds. So we're going to do a challenge build today, and I hope that you guys enjoy it because it's actually one that I've sort of done in the past, and I guess I should say what I'm doing. So in the past, I did a video where I did a shell challenge, but every room was a different aesthetic. So I kind of combined two different challenges into one, and it was super fun. I really loved it. And I want to redo that today. It's been probably close to a year since I filmed that video. I don't know. I think it would be fun to do that now, but with a little bit of an added twist. I've seen Sid Mac and a couple other YouTubers do every room is two different aesthetics. So you're trying to combine two different aesthetics and make it cohesive into one room. And I thought that's such a fun idea. I'd love to do that and do my little take on that build challenge. So I'm deciding if I want to make my own shell challenge as well that I can upload to the gallery for you guys. So I think that's what I'm going to do because I feel like that would be kind of fun. So that's the plan for today. I'm super excited to just kind of sit back, chill, and do a fun build like this. So without further ado, you guys, we are going to jump right on into it. But before we do, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I don't know if you've checked out my other videos, but if you haven't, I suggest that you do because I create a lot of really fun and cool themed content. If you like really large, intricate builds, that's usually what I do on my channel. So I would recommend you go check those out if this is the first time that you're seeing a video of mine. But with all that being said, let's get into the video. Let's start building a shell. Honestly, I've never done anything like this before, so I don't really know what to do. I think I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Okay, and we're gonna start adding some weird bits. Add that here. Let's add maybe some rounded walls. We love rounded walls. Oh my gosh, what is this? And I'm thinking, what if we do like a cutout here and then we'll draw some walls here, create like a little courtyard there. Wow, that's magnificent. Now, how I'm going to roof this, that's a whole other story. For our second floor, I mean, I don't even, what have I done? Actually, what have I done? How do I do a second floor here? Okay, maybe we just go across like that and then across like that. We'll just do that. Okay, I think that's my house. I love that. So let me go ahead and save this to the gallery. I'm saving this to the gallery as Ariel's World Shell Challenge. And that's going to be that. Oh, I guess I can't really roof it until I know what style I'm doing, can I? I totally forgot about that. Okay, I have to spin for my aesthetics before I can even roof this thing. Let's pull out my handy dandy wheel of names, and I created a list of aesthetics that I could find on the internet. So obviously there's a bajillion aesthetics, but I just kind of stuck a few different ones on here. So like I mentioned, I'm going to be picking two that I'm gonna have to combine and make work. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get first. Oh, why is that so fitting? Okay, so fairy core is our first aesthetic for the exterior. That's doable. We literally just did an entire fairy build. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But let's see what our next aesthetic is gonna be. And by the way, I'm removing the aesthetics from the wheel once they're chosen, so we don't do them multiple times. Oh, fairy core and country. Okay, I feel like I can make that work, but let me get some inspiration. I just typed in fairy core country, and I'm seeing what sort of pops up. When I type this in, I'm primarily seeing fairy core. But let me see what like a country house looks like. So like, I guess this is what I was thinking of when I was thinking country, right? Like the white siding, you know, very classic, I guess you could say. That's a thought right here. Let's roof. Let's add our fencing. So we're doing fairy core country. What about this one from Horse Ranch? Nothing says country quite like Horse Ranch. I think that's pretty cute, actually. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with that. So what I'm going to have to do is add a roof paint, and I'm seeing for country a lot of like gray color. Let me get wallpaper on, but I do really quick want to get some roof trim. Let's do wallpaper, and I'm thinking of mixing like a stone with a white siding, thinking of doing the one from Horse Ranch. And then for our stone, I'm thinking of cottage living, like this one. I think that might work for trim. I don't freaking know, you guys. Maybe the blue, maybe the dark blue. This is going to be my front entryway. So I need to select a pretty fairy core front door. Could do this one from the movie Hangout. My other issue is this freaking roof piece. I don't want to add a column. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look good. Okay, so I'm using a different filming software right now because my other one that I usually use that's easy for me to use is not working properly. So the video might be edited a little bit differently. So anyway, here we are. My goal now is to add some details to the shell. So I'm thinking like vines and other cute fairy core things. So I'm adding some of these vines here. And I think I want a big pond, but I also want some horses for the country element. You know what I mean? Let's do a pond, maybe on this side, and we're gonna bring it all the way over here. And maybe I can actually lower this as well and just kind of have that going down into the water. And I'm wondering if I can add some stilts for the pieces that go into the water. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Oh, I like it. Okay, cute. We will fence off an area back here, maybe just with this fence once again. Okay, just like that. We can just add a small little horse stable with some white or even blue siding might be kind of cute. Stable doors. Yes, these ones. The watering thing right here. The barrel situation here. Stick this over here. We're going to add a unicorn in here. That's so fairy core. Add a little rocking chair in here. Now that I have the base work, I think, done, I do want to add a pathway. And we'll bring it to the front. And we'll bring one back here. And we'll maybe bring another one there. Let's start landscaping, shall we? Of course, my go-to bush, you guys, this is the hack. This is the hack bush right here. If you want very full, beautiful landscaping, as long as it makes sense with your build, you need to be adding some sort of filler like bush like this. I mean, this is technically like a grass. So pretty.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like an issue with the router and echo device.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to her, so I'm not really sure why she was just speaking to me. I feel like that's good for the front. I don't need to overdo it, you guys. I think it looks cute. Let's get our backyard completed. On our patio, we can do a seating area. This one from Outdoor Retreat is really cute because it's got that country vibe. And for our chairs, that chair is so cute from Horse Ranch. I think I'm gonna add those. Those are really adorable. What coffee table do I do? I could do the stone coffee table. You know what? I'm going to do it because I can. What skill item is very fairy core? Flower arranging. That is fairy core to me. I feel like that looks good for the exterior. Our fairy core country exterior definitely leans fairy core, but I know you're not mad at it. So let's move on to the interior. I think that's our layout. Kind of ugly, but it's okay. Let's spin the wheel and see what our next two aesthetics are going to be for our front entryway. Okay, we first have Goth. Oh my gosh. Goth Space Core. Goth Space Core. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna look up and see if Pinterest has any ideas for me as to what that might mean. I love this. I think this is a really neat interpretation of Goth Space Core. Okay. Let's get started. Now, this room is really quite small, so there's that I have to think about. Let's pick a flooring. I could do something like this because I think that could carry, but we'll see. If I have to change it around, I will. Let's pick a wallpaper. Definitely something dark. I'm even thinking maybe something like this with this, the moon and the star. And I'm thinking like an entryway table if I can fit one here. Because here's Space Core. You know what other wallpaper I'm thinking of? And that's the one from Crystal Creations. That one would be pretty in here as well. Like this one. Okay, we might go that direction actually. I definitely want to do the moon lamp from Werewolves specifically. I could even add some touch of starlight. I'm gonna add some of these string lights from the holiday pack. Okay, and as far as art, I mean, I don't want to do that one, but we do have these from Crystal Creations, which are pretty perfect for this. The only other thing that looks like planets is we have like a light. Why don't I despise that? It's kind of neat. See, that's kind of cool. Okay, I do want to add a chair, but I don't know how or where. Maybe here. I could do this one. Ooh, and then what if we do a curtain over the archway? Just because I don't love how exposed it is. Ooh. Wait, yes, those are from Paranormal. Definitely some candles. I'm thinking a candelabra. Could just do this one, maybe this black one. This is what I did for this front entryway. It's obviously a really small room, so there wasn't a ton that I can do, but it gets the point across, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and move on into maybe our living room. Let's spin to see what our living room is going to be. Grunge. Okay. Grunge and Y2K. You know, it's interesting because there is a version of Y2K that is grunge. So I'm interested to see what Pinterest is going to show me. This is kind of what I imagine a Y2K grunge room would be. A bunch of like band posters with a hint of cheetah print and leopard print. So maybe we can keep on with the same flooring, and then I of course need a wallpaper. We could go black. Ooh, what about brick? I feel like brick could be kind of cool. So what if we do brick like that? And then for our fireplace, we'll do a basic fireplace like that. That's from Base Game. Let's pick like a grungy sort of couch. We do have this one, which is kind of Y2K, and it's got like a blanket, some like pillows. So that's an option. We also have this industrial loft kit couch, which actually is kind of good too. And then what about a chair? I want something with some animal print maybe, but I don't think we have a ton of options. The only ones I can think of are like this one that has some animal print, and I don't know that I want to do this, but that's honestly so freaking funny. I might do that. I don't know why, but that just reminds me of like Y2K. It's literally reminding me of the freaking heel chair. Okay, it's really giving me heel chair. Okay, let's see about rugs. I know that is it Get Famous that has our animal print rugs. Okay, what about a coffee table? Okay, and now I just kind of want to fill the whole thing up with posters. Oh, and maybe some like graffiti. We could add some graffiti. Oh yeah, CDs. Oh, like a fun Y2K element might be adding large lava lamps in here. It's super random, but I feel like that's a very Y2K thing. I don't know why, that just like added something for me. That added a little something special for me. I love it. I love it. Oh, we need a radio. Put this on the fireplace. Big old CD player. CDs. Ooh, another CD collection. We might want to add like a bookshelf or something. Or we can sort of do this like more industrial bookcase like that. Something else I thought about is adding a fish tank. Again, I don't know why, but it feels Y2K to have a fish tank. Something like that, you know? It's so random, you guys. It's so random. Okay. And then what about the checkered rug over here? And we can add another chair for our reading area. Again, to play into the grunge, and we can do, oh, a beanbag chair. Yes. Oh, maybe we can add like a guitar in here or something. One from werewolves could be kind of cool. And then we can do one of these ones from businesses and hobbies. Oh, like the records. Those there. Okay, I think I'm done with my Y2K grunge living room. This is what I did. I added some of these string lights in here as well. Some games over here. I added a mirror in the corner, another little rug, a plant, and just tied together this area as well. I'm ready to move on to our kitchen. It's time to spin for our aesthetics in our kitchen. Baddie? I don't even know what that means, but okay, Baddie and cyberpunk. It's interesting because I feel like the two kind of mesh together, because Baddie, I'm seeing a lot of neon. I know that cyberpunk also has a lot of neon. Yeah, I mean, cyberpunk has more of like a technological sort of futuristic element as well. A little more sleek and modern. So I guess combining the two. Okay, I mean, I feel like I can figure something out. So that's what we're gonna try to do, but this is for a kitchen. I just realized I don't even know what direction to go here. I feel like maybe a tile, and I could do this octagonal sort of tile like that. I don't know, we'll see. But for our wallpaper, again, Baddie has a lot of pink, like girly brats, Barbie kind of deal. Cyberpunk has those like cyber elements with neon as well. What about a pink metal? For my countertops, I could do these ones from, what is this? What's the name of this pack? Home Chef Hustle. They're very modern and sleek. So let me give these a shot. And upper cabinets. I like these ones because they're like lit up. We have room for an island. So I think I'm going to add one with some pink stools maybe. These ones. We can add a side table here. I'm thinking this table because it's got the pretty lights on it. I don't know, that's cyberpunk to me. And Baddie has like posters on the wall too. Maybe we'll do this neon heart light. We can do a lava lamp. I need some neon lights in here, so I'm gonna add some. I could do these LED strips from high school years. Ooh, maybe these collage pictures. I want those light things from Dine Out as well, because those are gonna give off this cyberpunk vibe, and so are these like TVs. Okay, and as far as wall decor, I definitely want to add some CDs, some records, some Polaroids. Okay, I need a trash can. We'll just do this cute one from Pastel Pop. We can do these computer glasses. Maybe this crazy looking computer. What about a cute little robot? Oh, a cute Polaroid. That is Baddie Central right there. Can I add another little chair? Okay, what about some rugs? I feel like this rug is Baddie. So I'm still adding some details. I don't know what I showed last, but it is pretty cute in here. I have to say, is it saying Baddie Cyberpunk? Maybe. I don't really know exactly what that means, but I feel like this is saying it. By the way, I don't know if I showed, but I forgot about these pictures that are in like the miscellaneous decorations category, but it's a bunch of space pictures and they've got like a bunch of swatches. It's actually really pretty. I added a few of those in here, and then I added another one on this wall, and I added this moon mirror on this wall as well because I forgot about that. Okay, back to this though. I feel like this is cyberpunk Baddie. You know, is it the alcohol wall? Is that not kind of cyberpunk Baddie? Like a little bit? Okay, hold on. Why is that like kind of cute and fun? Okay, that's cute. I feel like that's really cute for my cyberpunk Baddie kitchen. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm ready to move on to our dining room. Let's spin the wheel and see which aesthetics we're going to be getting for our dining room. Okay, a vintage dining room as well as, okay, a vintage cottagecore dining room. I feel like I can make that happen, but let's see what that looks like. Why is this already kind of giving me cottagecore a little bit? Like, this is really pretty. This is kind of what I envision when I think of vintage. Okay, what about cottagecore? Why is it pulling up the same things? It literally is very much a similar vibe, but maybe like more planty and cozy. These are so similar. Okay, let's just see what I can come up with. All right. Wallpaper. What color do I want to go for? When I think of vintage back in the day, I remember there was always so much wallpaper. So I'm thinking of going a wallpaper route. I think this is really pretty, but I feel like I want something with like a little more color. What about the green? Okay, maybe we'll try it and see what happens. Now, for our dining room table, I need something that looks vintage. Like one of these, but the long ones. Yes, like this. What about our chairs? Some decorative, sort of older looking chairs would be good. These are kind of cute and definitely vintage in my eyes. The dark color from Cats and Dogs. And then we get a nice old looking rug. What do we think about that rug? I don't know. What about this rug from Life and Death? Okay, maybe. I like the wallpaper, but I kind of also want some paneling. So maybe we do both. I want a really nice large chandelier. I'm thinking either Businesses and Hobbies or Life and Death. I kind of like Businesses and Hobbies. So we'll stick that over for now. I need big fancy curtains. Oh my gosh. So freaking extra. I wish the coloring was a little bit better, but I like the concept here. What about these? Okay, I don't despise that look. Let's add, oh, what about a fireplace in here? Maybe we can do cottage living, large fireplace, and then maybe a nice hutch or something. We'll do that one. And then maybe a nice seating area right here. I could do this couch from Cottage Living. I mean, I could do one of these. What about this? Takes up a little less space. Maybe that lamp from Base Game. What about a side table here? I like this one from Discover University. We can do Princess Cordelia. Okay, I just opened up Cottage Living. I added this little barrel here, added this thing right here, some more stuff to the dining room table, and these little decor items. I want to add this picture for no apparent reason. I just kind of do. Also, this coming through the wall, I don't know what to say. Okay, I can't delete it. It'll delete the whole thing. So we're gonna ignore it, pretend it's not there. Oh yeah, like this. Stop. That's vintage. Okay, I think I'm done with my dining room. I just added some finishing touches. I actually think it's really cute. I don't know, you guys. You guys can tell me in the comments below. Do you feel like this is cottagecore and vintage? I feel like it is. I did use a bunch of stuff from Cottage Living, but I just feel like the two kind of go hand in hand a little bit within this sort of context. So I don't know. I do think it's a really cute dining room though. Let's do this bathroom really quick, this small little bathroom, and then we'll go upstairs. So let's spin and see what our first aesthetic is going to be for this bathroom. Okay, we have indie and what? Indie and vaporwave? If I'm remembering either of these aesthetics correctly, they are nothing alike. Vaporwave, there's like a lot of really colorful aesthetics that we're doing today with like neons. Vaporwave reminds me a little bit of cyberpunk, but like maybe a little trippier. Let me get like some information on vaporwave. Vaporwave is a visual style and music genre that taps into nostalgia, remix culture, and internet irony with roots in 80s and 90s techs, blends neon colors, glitchy graphics, and retro futuristic vibes. I feel like indie looks like every other thing I've done already. They all look the same to me. What's the difference? You guys, I feel like we've already done this aesthetic like 18 times today. Would we hate me if I spun again? I just feel like this is the same thing I've been doing. I'm gonna spin again and nobody's gonna say a word to me because this is my life. Okay, see, that's something I can work with a little bit more. It's interesting because when I think of a pastel room, I think of like really light, girly vibes. So different than vapor. I mean, look at the difference between these two shots here. Like, that's crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna do this in a bathroom. I just realized this is my bathroom aesthetic. Oh, good grief. Okay, well, I think a common theme that I could see in both is checkered flooring, except the checkered flooring I'm seeing in pastel is like obviously light pastel, similar to the pastel pop rug. What if we just do a white tile? Wallpaper is going to be tricky. That's kind of funky with the pastels. I think we're going to keep with that. Let's pick a sink. I'm seeing a lot of like, it looks like Greek mythology tucked in here as well. And like, again, 80s and 90s like tech. This has some really crazy funky colors. For my mirror, I could also put a sink on this wall, which I might do because then I could do a crazy mirror like this. Okay, I need a toilet. I feel like that's vaporwave. Okay. I do want the pastel pop checkered rug. So we've got a couple of options. Could do that one, like these. And then I want to add a bust. I'm seeing lots of palm tree imagery as well. So maybe I add a palm tree, size it down a little bit. I like the pastel like pink one. And I feel like I know art already that I want to use from, I think it's Dream Home Decorator. Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Yes. This one. I'm going to size this up as well. Perfect. Okay, what are some pastel elements? I need some heart imagery. Some cute dainty hanging plants would be good. What about this rainbow? Listen, this one's a trip, like actually, and I can't look at it anymore. Yes, I added a computer in the bathroom. And so what? This is my vaporwave pastel bathroom. Don't ask any questions. I don't know, you guys. That's tough. And that just is what it is. I'm ready to go upstairs. Let's spin for our hallway, shall we? Our hallway is going to be modern and... Okay, you guys, these are so different. Modern and boho. I swear the wheel is out to get me today because what? Let's look at both. Modern hallway. Here is a modern hallway. Lots of sort of abstract furniture, very sleek, very plain, usually not a ton going on. Boho actually has a lot of patterns, and there definitely are some textures and patterns that aren't neutral, but you can definitely go a more neutral route like this, like woods, definitely earthy. Let's see what I can come up with in this hallway. I don't want to do this railing or fencing up here. I'm wondering if I just add a half wall actually. Okay, yeah. Ooh, I like this one. What about black? That's kind of pretty actually. Let's pick a side table or like a table. I like this one from Fitness Stuff because I feel like it has a touch of both modern and boho. It has the wood edge. I wish the colors looked a little different. Oh, this is like a perfect spot for a chair. This chair is so boho. I think I'm gonna do the marble flooring. That says very modern to me. For my wallpaper, what do we think about the wood? Maybe. I don't know. Could do like a couple accent walls like this. I feel like this table from Seasons is pretty modern. I wish the colors weren't so tragic on that because I would definitely use that. I feel like I want some sculptural pieces in here like these from the Refined Living Room kit. Oh yeah, like this. So modern. That kind of could be boho a little bit. Let's add a plant. Definitely need to plant it up in here. Ooh, maybe we can add this one. I love the texture on this. The texture is very boho. Oh, I love this mirror. Wait, this is so boho. Yes. Okay. We could do the blanket basket under the table. Oh, and this little bin. I am going to use this light from, I think it's the Sleek Bathroom Kit is what it's called. Oh, you know what comes to mind? These. This is so boho to me. Where do I put it though? Can I stick it here? You know what else? Feather plants like these. This is so boho. But it could also come off modern, you know? So maybe I'll stick this right here in the corner, maybe even a cactus. And what about some lighting? Go on either side of this, but modern. Kind of like these. My gosh, those are huge. Definitely these sized down twice. Those are perfect. I actually quite like this hallway and I think I'm done with it. I think I got both vibes in there. You guys can let me know. I am ready to move on to our first bedroom in the house. Spinning for the first aesthetic. Oh, is it kawaii or kawaii? I'll look it up in a second. And then our next one. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like those actually go quite well together. So let me look it up first before I start running my mouth, because I really don't know. First order of business.
Kawaii.
Okay, kawaii is how you pronounce it. Here is our kawaii room aesthetic. I know that there's a lot of like stuffed animals, very girly, very pink, lots of like different cartoon anime things. Okay, so stuffed animal heavy with this kawaii theme. There's that. Now we need soft girl. Okay, so soft girl aesthetic is it looks more minimal, light pale pinks is what I'm seeing. Kind of whimsical a little bit. It looks like there's a little more of a plant focus on soft girl as well. You know what? I'm just gonna sort of wing it. It says that there are some parallels between kawaii centric aesthetics in Japan, but it has a more subdued look rather than, So I guess we'll just make it cute. Cutesy, girly, with a lot of stuffed animals and some plants, and we'll do some anime stuff that I can find in The Sims. That's my plan. We will do our kawaii soft girl right in this room here. Wallpaper is going to be interesting. I could do something like that with the blue and the pink from Pastel Pop. Let's pick a bed. This is the one I was looking for from high school years. I think we're going to do that. Oh, that's so cute. I want a dresser in here, of course. Maybe this dresser. And I want a desk. Yes, this one. And for our chair, definitely a heart chair. For our rug, I think I want something like nice and fluffy looking. Maybe I'll do 2 rugs. Oh yeah, this big fluffy rug. I don't know if I like the bed. I love the anime character on it, but I don't like the bed. Like, I don't like the frame very much. Oh wait, that one's pretty. This is high school years too. I wish it had this frame with the other bedding, because I feel like that's really cute. I'm gonna fill this place up as well with a lot of like some plant stuff, a bunch of stuffed animals, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna add this curtain for kind of soft girl vibes, I guess. So cute. Okay. Yeah, a mirror like this feels soft girl to me, kind of. No, this one. This one's like super cute and dainty. One of these. This little mirror too is so cute. Definitely a little boba cup. Some makeup. Oh, here we go. Now it's time to add a bunch of stuffies. We can add some headphones. This stuff is this is like soft girl to me. Another stuffy on the bed. Absolutely going to be adding our cat light. I could do the blue one next to the dresser. Oh, I was going to add some shelves or somewhere and add some figurines, but I do want to add some art before I do that. We'll do those. We'll do that. And I feel like kawaii would have like a streamer setup. I'm going to set a tower on the ground and we're going to do a nice computer. We could do this one. That one's so cute. Okay. And then let's get some little figurines on here. And I'm talking about is it My Sims? These guys. I don't know the name of them, but let's get some of these guys on here. Okay, that's looking really cute. I think I'm done with my kawaii / soft girl room. This one was hard because I didn't really know how to differentiate them. It all kind of blended into just a really cutesy girly room. Hopefully it passes. I don't know. But here we have our bed just covered in stuffed animals. I added some art to the walls. As you saw, I put some of these shelves from the Cozy Gamer kit on the wall with some stuffies and other things. Added this artwork. We have her desk area. Sorry, my camera's being crazy. I put this little chair because I thought that was super cute. And then her dresser over to the side. Next up, let's do the last bedroom. Let's spin to see what our first aesthetic is going to be for our last bedroom. Light academia. Okay, continuing on with my spin now that I look like a dusty, musty, crusty. Why did I know it was going to be mermaid core? Why did I know that? Okay. Light academia, mermaid core. Light academia obviously revolves around books. So think dark academia, very book. Think Ravenclaw, but light. Think of this vibe. And then we have mermaid core. Oh my gosh. How am I going to combine these? These are so different. I love this. But like, what? I'm thinking of doing life and death paneling because that can go both directions. I feel like. What accent wall could I do? Oh, I feel like that's pretty for mermaid core. I think I could make that work. That's kind of a cool combination a little bit. Let's pick a bed. Light academia is definitely like, I think about sort of fancy-ish, pretty headboard like that. And I guess that could kind of work for mermaid core as well. So maybe I can find a nice like in between. I kind of like this base game option. For our side tables, I actually feel like I don't want to do side tables. What if I do bookshelves? I don't know. How do we feel about that? Maybe. I do need a dresser. Maybe a fireplace too, if there's room. What about this one? That one's really pretty. I could do that one, or I could do this one from Vampires, which is also really pretty. I might actually do that one. That one's really nice. These bookshelves are not it for me right now. There's also, of course, like life and death I could do. Like those ones are nice, kind of fancier. All right, we've got a dresser, fireplace. I want a desk, of course, for my light academia. I could do a small one or this one. I'm trying to get those mermaid colors with the like aesthetic of academia. Oh, this rug is very mermaid core. Maybe some lamps on top. I could do these ones for our mermaid. Ooh, I'm thinking the shell chair. Perfect. And I need a mirror. That one's really pretty for this, I think. I always love using these round lights for mermaid core builds because they look like little bubbles. Okay, I added the bubble wall back there, added my greenery around these spots. Ooh, what about a fish tank? Doesn't need to be a big one. We can do one of these just like that. So I added some of these stacked books, some pictures from werewolves because those kind of give me light academia a little bit. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I feel like this is all I'm gonna do for this room. This one was actually really interesting. I've never thought to combine light academia with mermaid core. I have no idea if I did it justice at all. That's as much as I'm willing to do for it. So that's going to be it for our second bedroom. And lastly, all we have left is a small bathroom right here. So let's save and then spin for our two aesthetics for our final room in the house. Okay. Old money and dark academia are my two aesthetics for our bathroom. Let's look up old money. So it's kind of looking rich and vintage, like chandeliers in the bathroom, wallpaper, maybe even paneling. Like this is old money to me. When I think of old money, that's kind of what I envision. And then we had dark academia is this sort of vibe. That actually kind of works together. I guess it would just be like an older, vintage, rich looking, dark room. Okay, I mean, hate it or love it, but I might do life and death paneling again. I just feel like I need to. I need a tub in here, and I think I'm going to put the tub right here on this back wall because nothing says rich like a nice tub. I'm thinking life and death maybe. Even this green one. You know what? Actually, I like that with the gold and then a nice fancy mirror. I wish we could size up mirrors. That would be like the best thing ever, but we can't. Ooh, I could do this one from life and death. Coming in clutch right now. Toilet paper. I need to add some beautiful art above the tub. I really love this one. Oh, this fancy towel rack. Oh, maybe we'll do this one. A robe could be good. And you know what? I'm going to add another one of the busts in this bathroom as well. Maybe that one or the black one with like cracks in it. No, we'll just do that one. And then we'll do a pretty chandelier in here. That one's so pretty. I kind of love it. I think I like that. It's simple. It's a cute little bathroom. I didn't overdo it. And with that, you guys, I think I'm officially done with all of my rooms. And that means I get to do the final tour. Here is our exterior. Once again, this is fairy core and country aesthetics. And also my shell challenge that is on my gallery. So anyway, I think this actually turned out way cuter and more beautiful than I thought it was going to. Up in the front, we just have our sort of country style house with pops of fairycore, in my opinion. We have a bench right there. And then of course over here we have our little horse stable area, except it's not a horse. It's a unicorn. And here in the backyard, we have a seating area on the back porch here, a flower arranging table. We have a planter there. It turned out so cute in my opinion. But now I'm ready to go inside. Okay, here we are in our entryway. This room was spacecore and goth. So we have our little front entryway table with some space decor. We've got some goth decor. We have all of our space pictures. I did add this astronaut statue here. And I think this room is really cute. So that's that. Here we are in our living room. This is our Y2K grunge living room. And this one turned out so fun, in my opinion. I really love this. It is definitely reminding me of the 2000s because there was a grunge scene in the 2000s. Over to this side, we have a fish tank with some guitars, a mirror, lots of posters, string lights. Got our couch over here, our leopard print chair, zebra print rug, some board games. Again, a ton of posters and CDs and records on the walls. We have a CD player, the sized up lava lamps. I just thought that was a nice fun touch. And then over to this side, we have a bookshelf and a little seating area here with some darts as well. I think this room is so cute. I really like it a lot, actually. Here we have our cyberpunk baddie kitchen, which was really an interesting combination. And honestly, I wasn't really sure what baddie aesthetic was. I'm still not really that sure. But again, these two kind of work together as well in like a weird way because they both had a heavy emphasis on neon. I think it all kind of worked out. We've got our kitchen area here, a seating area with our glow bar, well, glow alcohol display, whatever. We do have like a really tech looking computer. We have some more records and CDs. We have a robot down there as well. And just a lot of neon in here. I like this light fixture in here as well. I think it just makes perfect sense. Next up, downstairs, we have our dining room. The dining room was cottagecore and vintage, which again, just like a lot of the other ones, kind of went hand in hand a little bit. Like they just sort of made sense together. So I think this room turned out really precious. It looks vintage and it looks really cozy. We have our dining table here. I kind of put some different clutter items on there to sort of make it look a little more lived in. We have a little hutch. We have a cute little gallery wall right there, a fireplace, and then this nice seating area over here and our little side table. That's it for our dining room. Last but not least, downstairs, we have our bathroom, and this is our vaporwave pastel bathroom. So I did my best by using this pastel wallpaper, pastel rainbow, and our pastel like floor mat here, while incorporating some of those vaporwave details such as like this piece of art. We've got like an older computer, the palm tree, the big light up blue mirror, and like this bust right here is very vaporwave as well for whatever reason. I don't really understand the aesthetic, but it is what it is. Okay, next up we are in our hallway upstairs. This one was modern and boho. I think it's an interesting combination. Over here we have some touches of boho with some modern light fixtures. This area is kind of cute and interesting. We've got the boho sort of plant, kind of modern and boho rug with some different touches of boho and modern with a decor and the table, a combo over on this side. And I actually think it looks really cute. Next up, we have our first bedroom, which is the kawaii and soft girl. Again, two aesthetics that kind of go together a little bit. I don't know. This room is so cute though. Like, can we talk about that for a second? So of course we have our bed right here in the center with all of our plushies, our anime sort of posters and art on the wall. I think this looks adorable. We have our figurines over to this side, our dresser with some more sort of soft girl and kawaii decor. We have our desk over here again with some soft girl elements and our kawaii elements. I don't know. I feel like it makes sense. And next Next up, we have our mermaid core and light academia bedroom. This one was very strange to do. I did my best to sort of keep it in a neutral-ish realm while also having like that pop of color for the mermaid core. So here we have our bed. Of course, we have our book items around, different stuff that kind of makes sense for light academia, but also we have our bubble wall. This bed looks like it has a seashell on it with our little floral sort of mermaid-esque lights, a desk over here with some book clutter on it, our mirror right here, and then we have our fireplace here with a little fishy on top and some other just items that I feel like tied the room together, I guess, and our dresser and a shell chair. And here we are. This bathroom was dark academia and old money, which again kind of can go together quite well. So I think this looks beautiful. Like, actually, I think this is a beautiful bathroom. I love the paneling for this. It makes perfect sense. The green bathtub, stunning. That picture right there, the chandelier, all of it. It looks so good. We have our sink over here, vampire sink with a life and death mirror. And then we have our vampire's toilet right there as well. With that, you guys, I am officially done with my shell challenge, but every room is 2 different aesthetics. I think this was so much fun. I really did enjoy doing this challenge again, but again, with a little bit more of a twist, added challenge. I think it was a blast. Let me know in the comments down below what you think and which room turned out to be your favorite. And if you would like to do the shell challenge that I created in this video today, it's going to be on my gallery, just listed under shell challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I think in my next video, I'm going to do something a little bit more complex, you know, my usual style, but this was a nice change for me. I really did enjoy it a lot. And I hope that you guys did too, because it was fun for me to do something a little different. So let me know if you guys like this style of video too, if you're into the challenge builds. I really do like them. I just haven't been doing them lately. So let me know if those are something that you guys like to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in my next one. All right. Bye.